You know, Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People has been a massive bestseller for decades. And there's one simple reason for that. It just works. So today, we're going to break down its most powerful ideas into a super quick guide you can start using the second this is over. I mean, think about it. Why do some people just effortlessly own a room's attention? The secret? Well, it isn't some mysterious it factor they were born with. It's a skill. It's an art. And you know what? We're about to decode it together. All right, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the core psychology behind all of this. Then I'm going to give you a secret formula, super simple to make a great impression. After that, we'll get into the real art of persuasion, and then we'll wrap it all up with a 7-day challenge to make all this stuff a real habit. Okay, so before we jump into any specific techniques, we really need to get the foundation right. Because influence isn't about little tricks or mind games, it's all about understanding the absolute basics of human connection. So, here it is. Maybe the biggest secret to connecting with anyone. A Harvard study found we spend a whopping 60% of our conversations talking about ourselves. Look, we're all the main character in our own movie. So if you want to build a real connection, you just have to shift the spotlight. Make them feel heard, and I promise you, they'll feel an instant connection to you. It really boils down to 3 simple rules. First, listen more than you speak. It's a signature move of guys like Warren Buffett, and it just commands respect. Second, smile. A genuine smile is like an evolutionary signal that says, hey, I'm friendly, you can trust me. And third, use their name. Seriously, science shows that hearing our own name literally lights up the emotional centers of our brain. It creates an instant bond. And you have to be fast about it. You only get about 7 seconds to make that first impression. In that tiny, tiny window, someone's brain has already pretty much decided if you're friendly or arrogant or whatever. And you know the fastest way to make sure that impression is a good one? A simple, genuine smile. Just look at these 2 photos of the cricketer Virat Kohli. On the left, he looks intense, kind of unapproachable. But on the right, he looks friendly, trustworthy. It's the exact same person, but a totally different expression creates a completely different feeling. I mean, which one would you rather go talk to? Okay, now let's bundle these ideas into a simple, actionable tool. I like to call it the ICE formula. It's designed to help you instantly win people over, right from the get-go. So, ICE stands for interest, charisma, and ego. Think of these as the 3 pillars for winning anyone over in any conversation. Let's break them down one by one. First up, I is for interest. Most of us walk around in what you could call main character mode. The secret here is to consciously flip that switch and become the side character. Make the whole conversation about them. Ask real questions about their life. You'll find a funny thing happens. The less you talk about yourself, the more interesting people find you. Next up, C is for charisma. And this is all about something called the mirroring effect. This is a super powerful subconscious thing that happens. When you subtly match someone's body language or their tone of voice, their brain gets this little signal. Hey, this person is like me. I can trust them. It builds this instant unspoken connection. It's kind of crazy. And finally, E is for ego. This quote from Carnegie just nails it. Criticism immediately puts people on the defensive. It's the fastest way to lose any influence you might have. So, if you want to win someone over, the last thing you ever want to do is attack their ego. All right, with those fundamentals covered, let's level up a bit and talk about some more advanced techniques. And just to be clear, this isn't about manipulation. It's about the subtle art of helping people change their own minds. Okay, this one is powerful. It's actually used by FBI hostage negotiators. It's called the yes momentum. You start by getting someone to agree with you on small, obvious things. After they say yes 2 or 3 times, their brain kind of gets into an agreement mode, and it lowers its guard. At that point, they are way more likely to say yes to your actual, bigger request. Here are 2 more awesome persuasion hacks for you. First, give someone a positive reputation to live up to. If you tell someone, you're so reliable, they'll actually work harder to be reliable for you. Second, guide people with questions so they come to the solution on their own. An idea is always way more powerful when someone thinks it was theirs in the first place. Hey, if you absolutely have to give criticism, you gotta use this rule. Always start with genuine praise for something they did well. Then, and only then, you offer one small constructive suggestion. This frames your feedback as helpful advice, not an attack. And it keeps their ego safe, which means they'll actually listen to you. All right, that was a whole lot of theory. But you know what? Knowledge is totally useless if you don't take action. So now we're shifting gears from just learning to actually doing with a practical 1-week challenge to make this stuff stick. Here it is, your 7-day roadmap. Every day gives you a new, simple challenge, and each one builds on the last. I'd seriously suggest you pause here and take a screenshot of this. Just commit to it for 1 week, and I guarantee you'll see a real change in how people respond to you. The big takeaway here is this. Social skill isn't some soft skill, it's a legit superpower. What we've just covered isn't magic, it's a formula based on pure psychology, and it's used by the world's most influential people. The only difference between them and everyone else is that they actually use these principles consistently. And that really brings us to the final question. You have the blueprint now. So, is this just going to be another interesting idea you heard once? Or is this the moment you actually decide to take action and fundamentally change how you connect with the world? Really, the choice is all yours.